Can you imagine a world where coastal cities like New York and Miami are underwater? Where scorching heat waves, deadly wildfires, and intense storms are no longer the exception, they're the norm. This is the future we're heading towards if we don't take urgent action to combat climate change. Today, I want to persuade you that climate change is not only real, but is the most pressing issue that we face as a global community. It threatens our health, our economy, our security, and our very survival. But the good news is we still have time to make a difference. But we must act now. I'll first explain the causes and effects of climate change, then tell you why urgent action is necessary, and then I'll show you a role that we can play in finding a solution. The cause and effects of climate change is primarily driven by human activity, the burning of fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas, and the widespread destruction of forests. These actions release greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide into the atmosphere. These gases trap heat, causing the planet's average temperature to rise. This warming has serious consequences. Glaciers are melting and sea levels are rising. And extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and intense. Hurricanes, floods, droughts, and wildfires are no longer rare, they're regular and devastating. Ecosystems are being destroyed. Wildlife is disappearing and millions of people are being displaced from their homes. And it's not just nature that suffers, it's us. Climate change affects our food supply, our health, and our safety. We are already seeing increased respiratory illnesses from pollution, the spread of disease due to warming temperatures, and major economic damage from climate-related disasters. Why we must take immediate action, why it's necessary. Most people think it's not a problem for us, it's a problem for the future. Unfortunately, climate change is happening now and is accelerating. Scientists warn that we are dangerously close to crossing critical thresholds. If the Earth's temperature rises more than 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, we could see irreversible damage to our climate system. This is overwhelming scientific consensus. 97% of climate scientists agree that climate change is real and caused by human activity. Delaying action will only increase the cost, both financially and in terms of human suffering. If we do nothing, the consequences will be catastrophic. But if we act now, we can still prevent the worst outcomes and build a cleaner, more sustainable future. And what we can do to help with this is governments must lead the way by enforcing policies that reduce emissions, invest in renewable energy, and protect natural resources. We can push for laws that support clean transportation, energy efficiency, and conservation efforts. We must also hold corporations accountable and demand that they reduce their carbon footprints and invest in sustainable practices. But this fight isn't just for the governments and corporations, it's for all of us. As for individuals, we can make changes that matter by driving less, walking or biking more, or using public transportation more. By conserving energy at home, reducing our waste and recycle, and eat more plant-based foods. Support businesses that are environmentally responsible, and most importantly, to use our voice to raise awareness and vote for climate consciousness. Climate conscious leaders, and talk to others about urgency of crisis. This planet will survive, but it's about saving ourselves and our communities for ourselves and our future generations.